Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Pisces in September 2019. What's going on, Pisces? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Pisces. My last, but certainly not least, zodiac sign. And I shouldn't say my. You belong to everybody. Anyway, hi, Pisces. How are you? I need to apologize to you guys right off the bat for how late this is coming out. This is, September the 8th, Sunday the 8th, I believe, right? And normally I try to, well, actually, maybe this is actually on time for you guys, because I go in order of the monthlies, right? And you guys are last in the zodiac, so you might be used to getting your messages by now, but I actually intended to get this out Friday. And so what happened was, I had to leave work early on Thursday and check myself into the ER. I was not feeling well. I was kept overnight for observation. I was released early evening on Friday, and I decided to, instead of throw myself into work after being in the hospital, I decided to take a break. So it's Sunday now. I'm recording you, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Sagittarius today. I hope you all can forgive me. But, you know, when things like that happen, and it wasn't anything major, I'm fine, you know, just a little dehydration, maybe a little exhaustion, maybe a little stress and anxiety, who knows? But I decided to make my health a priority and take a day off instead of coming and doing this on Saturday or even Friday night, right? Flipped over here, Three of Wands. So maybe some of you are at a point where you're looking for your ships to come in. Maybe you are expecting news or expecting a package or just expecting something. Yeah, you're some of you might be like literally looking out your window waiting for someone. So maybe someone to come back, like a surprise visit. Maybe you're planning like a surprise party and you're waiting for like this, you know, like how they have those videos of like people returning from being overseas on deployment and you surprise your family and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you guys are planning something like that, or you're looking forward to some kind of event, maybe. So that's just what I could generally get from that flip. Let's get into it, guys. I've rambled at you enough. All right, Pisces, shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. I will shuffle now on camera for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all of the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. The timestamp for that will be in the description box below if you choose to jump ahead. Also down there is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you have any questions before you place an order, you can email me at the exact same address and I will answer you as soon as possible. Also, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment, and do all that fun stuff YouTube allows you to do if you find the messages here resonate with you, or you just generally like my vibe and you want to support me. All right? Whatever your reason, just do it. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. I want to see Pisces outcome for September 2019. Please show me Pisces outcome in September 2019. Please show me. Whoa. Almost. Oh, no. Interesting. You guys have had like some teasing energy, if I'm honest. Like some cards came out outright. Others were just like, I'm not coming out. I'm not going to fall. I'm just going to stay dangling in your hand a little bit. And I was just like, okay, if you're coming out, you're going to come out. If not, you're going back in the deck. So maybe that means something. Energetically, I don't know. There it is. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Oh, another slightly repeating player there. Let's flip everything that came face down for you. What's going on, Pisces? Who are all these people? What's going on? Got a lot of people here. Or maybe it's all you. We'll find out. All right, please show me where Pisces is in September 2019. Please show me Pisces in September 2019. Please show me. Okay, yeah. Interesting. They were confused. I can't reveal all my secrets, but basically they were showing me something, but then it was not the right place. So they showed me the picture of the card I'm going to pick up, but they had it elsewhere. Meaning, I feel you might be of two minds of something, or you might be caught between two, you might feel two different ways about a specific something is kind of what that feels like. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Pisces, coming into September, you come in with the 9 of Pentacles. So single ladies, I'm a single ladies. For those that it applies to, you might be living the single life, male or female, does not matter, of course, especially in a general reading, guys. But certainly feeling accomplished and able, you know, whether you've actually had an accomplishment. But I think the bigger part of this is feeling able and capable and ready to take on whatever you need to take on. In terms of Pentacles, it could be money. So some of you might have a certain upswing in your bottom dollar, right? Your bottom line. You might see a little extra dollars and cents in your bank account come the end of the month, right? But I just feel this is more like confident and able. And to a certain extent, Pisces, you will fall in and out of this energy, you know? I think this is kind of what you know is always there, but you second guess yourself, or there are days where you're feeling less glamorous, less accomplished, less sexy, or attractive, yeah? And maybe that's it. You know, we're talking with Pentacles, it could be money, it could be job, it could be resources, but it also can be your physical attributes, how you physically appear or exist in this world. So some of you, you're waking up, it's a Tuesday morning, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or you didn't sleep well, your back hurts, whatever it is, so you're just like not as interested in how good you look. Like some people are like that. Like if I wake up and I don't, this is not me, but some people might say this, if I wake up and I don't feel good within like the first 30 minutes of being awake, then I'm just like not going to put on my best outfit, or maybe I'm not going to do as much of my makeup as I normally would do. You know what I mean? And I don't want to characterize all Pisces that way, because I don't think that is the case, but I think there are a certain set of people in this world that they can fall prey to those momentary emotions or those momentary circumstances, yeah? I woke up feeling not my best, therefore I'm not going to put on... And that would make sense. Like if you pulled a back muscle or something on your body isn't physically as up to snuff as it should be, right? Maybe you've got like a wonky knee or something like that. It would make sense to not put on the stilettos when you go into the office today because your knee's a little bummed, or you know, and you don't want to risk injury. So that makes sense. So this 9 of Pentacles, if I'm honest, kind of comes and goes into your life. It will come and go with different frequency for all of you. But when it does go, it's usually because of some external stimulation or some external factor to you, right? Because this didn't happen, now I don't feel as confident that this can happen. Does that make sense? So you're a little shaky in holding on to this 9 of Pentacles. When you have it, it feels good. When you don't have it, it's like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't mine to begin with. And it's like, no, Pisces, yes, it was. To feel able and capable, to feel as if you are within a certain position of power or a certain position financially to accomplish something. I feel like some of you get a little gun shy. And again, it's from like this external thing. Like, I hate to make it like because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, so to speak, but it kind of feels like that. Or to put it this way, okay. So you know how sometimes in life you get like sort of like this portion of money that's like expendable income, or you've saved enough that now you start to feel comfortable, like, oh yeah, you know, you look at your savings account and you're like, oh damn, I got that much now. Like you've you know, in many of us in this day and age, you set up your savings account to have like this automatic deposit from your regular checking account, right? And let's say you have ignored your savings, you haven't even looked at it for like the past few months. And you look at it, you're like, oh, wow, that's more than I expected due to compounding interest and all this other APR, you know, whatever. And now you're like, oh, you feel comfortable. You feel like a little, like you have like wings a little bit, you know, like Red Bull's old ad campaign. It gives you wings. So seeing that money makes you feel like, oh, I can get this done and this done months down the line. So you're like, okay, by January, I should be able to do X, Y, Z. So you're excited. But then come September 2019, or mid-September, late September, October, or for some of you, maybe it happened in August, October, something happens. Get car trouble. So there's a $500 cost that you didn't expect. So it kind of deflates this energy for you. It doesn't wipe out your savings. I don't feel that you're going completely down to nothing. But this, and again, this is just an example. So please apply it in other areas of your life if it doesn't fit in your financial sector, yeah? But it feels like you take like a momentary hit. Much like I said, like when you're getting dressed in the morning and you don't want to put on your best heels or you don't want to do that extra stuff. Like you get, what do you call that? It's not sidetracked. It's just like, you take a little bit of a tumble. You know what I mean? So in the case of like where your body's not working well, you slept wrong, or you went out dancing and now your knees hurt and you're kind of like, well, I guess I'm going to hang up my dancing shoes. Like, no. Rest up. Elevate your limbs, you know, ice it, put on a heating pad, whatever you have to do. And then you eventually can come back to that Nine of Pentacles. Some of you, like I said, it comes and it goes. And some of you, when it goes, it like really messes with your head. Others of you, it goes and you're like, you know, it's just a temporary setback. It's not exactly what I would have wanted. I wish I could have kept that $500 instead of spending it on a car repair, but, you know, them's the breaks. And you kind of chalk it up to bad luck, yeah? Others of you, you feel like I should never have gotten my hopes up in the first place. I should never have been so comfortable in this Nine of Pentacles energy, and you kind of feel, quote-unquote, stupid for believing that your fortune had changed or that things were totally on the upswing, okay? And that to me is a little like extremist for a Pisces, but some of you might be in that mode. Sorry, or not even sorry, because I feel this is mostly where you're going to be, or this is mostly beneficial to you, okay? Now, what else is going on here? Okay. I think you're dealing with a bunch of other people and a bunch of other energies. And that could be the external factor or factors that are really taking you in and out of your Nine of Pentacles. So, before I jump to any conclusions, where are we going? Okay, thank you. So I feel this is you, as you might interact with other people, because I feel we're going to talk about other people up there. So this is you, Knight of Cups energy, Pisces, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you're within your own wheelhouse here. But I feel this is mostly you. And I feel you've got, I don't want to call them high hopes, because I don't think this particular Knight of Cups is coming through with all the high hopes, but you have fair to medium hopes, okay? And, you know, normally in other readings or other traditional decks, I could see the Knight of Cups as having totally high hopes. This is a more, as you can see, more muted depiction of this Knight of Cups. I feel the sky might be the limit with this guy sometimes, or you sometimes, but it's earnest. It's very honest. It's very, you know, heart on sleeve kind of energy. There's not a lot held back with this. So whatever you're going through, Pisces, or whatever you're thinking or feeling about a situation, you are probably addressing it or coming out from it with pure honesty, admitting all your flaws, admitting all your attributes, and wanting to be taken as is. That's funny. So what they showed me was like an advertisement or like something on Craigslist. If people still use Craigslist, I don't know. But like or like eBay, like you sell something and, you know, it's in fair to good condition as is. It's not a complete piece of crap. It's not junk. It's not broken, but it certainly isn't new. It's not fresh from the factory new, right? So, and not to say that that is what you are, you know, but that's the energy that you're coming in here with. I'm not coming in here giving people, you know, this is you speaking, Pisces. I'm not out in the world dealing with my friends, dealing with my coworkers, dealing with my family. I'm not coming out here claiming to be the best thing since sliced bread. I'm not claiming that I'm able to, you know, leap over tall buildings. I'm faster than a speeding bullet. You're not trying to claim that you're Superman out here. You're like, I'm just a guy. I'm Pisces man or I'm Pisces woman. I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. So it's very, like I said, earnest. What do you call that? Authentic, real, okay? No grandeur with this Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups portion, or rather specifically the Knight portion of this card, is showing me what you're extending to the world or extending to a particular person or set of people. Is that this is what I have to offer. This is who I am, yeah? Take it or leave it. And you're not going to be demanding. I don't feel there's much of a demand or ultimatum coming off of this card. But it certainly is, this is it. This is all I have to offer. This is all I'm capable of. This is all I can give you right now. And the tender part of this is coming that you hope it's good enough for everybody. So, again, just to kind of illustrate this, if the maximum that a person can put towards any situation is a 10, right? Just to quantify it, is a 10. You're coming out from your home into work saying, listen up, boss, I know you might want a 10. I can give you a 7. This is it. Because of my back, because of my knees, because of, it's a Wednesday and you know how I feel about Wednesdays. You're just like, today is a 7. I can give you a 7. You come home to your husband, your wife, whoever. I love you, babe. I love this relationship. I want to give a 10, but all I got right now is an 8.5. Okay? Like, you're being very much, this is what I can offer to the situation. This is what I can produce. This is what I can extend out of myself. Please accept it. That's the thing with Knights. They give the offer hoping that it is accepted, hoping that it is reciprocated or shared or at least valued as it is. Pisces, some days you might walk into a situation and say, listen, I got a 4 on deck and I know that's not great, but this is what we got. Please accept it. Now, that then becomes the other person or the other people involved, that becomes their plight, quote unquote, plight in the situation of what to do with what you can bring to them. It will fluctuate almost day to day, if I'm honest, almost day to day, what you are able to handle and what you're able to contribute. But you're being honest about it. You're not trying to fake it. That's okay, there we go. That's sort of the quote unquote danger, or the thing that I would be cautious about, is if a situation needs a 10 or a 9 and you perpetuate and you basically lie and say, I got a 9, knowing damn well inside of you, only thing you could put on the table is a 5, the effort of 5. But you will then ramp it up to a 9 to compensate. Right, compensation. That's dicey. I don't like that. And I don't think Pisces is doing that. You may have done it previous to now. You might slip into it sometimes, but I feel mostly you're not going to do that. And I think that's wise. What happens, what's the consequence of that, I don't know. But hopefully people would be able to respect that. I can, as your reader, I can respect that because, as an empathic person, I feel the considerable struggle you have, or just the notion that you don't even want to give a measly offer, but you would rather be honest and say, this is all I can offer, versus telling someone, oh, sure, I can produce energy on that level of a 9 or a 10. Absolutely. I can come in here and provide the attention and affection that you need in a loving relationship on the level of a 9 or a 10. Absolutely. Knowing you can't. I would rather personally hear the person say, I know that's what you need from me right now, but I just simply can't do it right now, because that's what life is. You saying to your boss on a Wednesday, all I got for you is 7 worth of effort, is not to say a 7 till the end of time. It's to say, for today, maybe for the next week or so, it's going to be a 7. It's kind of a gamble to tell your boss that, because they might reprimand you, right? But I personally just think it's a more authentic, it's a clearer way of approaching your life. Now, who are these other people? Because I'm not, especially those 2 in reverse. I'm like, what's going on here? Is this the same person? Is that why? Wow, okay. Hang on. Who's next? What's next, please? Show me. And this is interesting, Pisces, because like I got my head down. It's really like not easy to get this. Oh, Pisces, what's going on? It might not even be directly towards you. It could be. That's the door. I'll be right back. All right, apologies. All right, Pisces, I apologize for that interruption. So, fun story. Not fun story, but you know how I was shuffling in the beginning and the Three of Wands popped out and I was like, maybe some of you guys are waiting for a package. I live with a Pisces. The package was for them. That's fine. Anyway, so Pisces, what I was struggling, and still am, to understand where we're going next. Because there are other people here, if not one person, more than one, where significantly you're being challenged in your relationship with them. Yeah? Oh. Okay. Is that what this is? Maybe. Okay. Maybe. Hear me out, because I'm not necessarily 100% on this, but maybe you have someone in your life. Got it. Okay. So you have someone in your life. Pardon me. King of Cups. Water sign energy again. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces person. They may or may not be older than you. I don't want to jump into conclusions about age, but there is this level to them where you respect them. Maybe because they're older, you know, older brother, sister, older cousin, your parents. In some cases, maybe they're your romantic partner and they're older. But I don't want to conflate that it's because they're older. It really is about reverence. It really is about respect and honor. And I think you view this person in an honorable light. You look up to them in some form or fashion, Pisces. Or this is you. You know, it could go vice versa in a general, right? There's plenty to admire about this person. Emotionally stable, emotionally sound, emotionally secure in a lot of situations. Able to articulate their emotions, able to kind of put reason behind what they feel, even if they don't necessarily express it. They could if they chose. That's the point. They could if they chose to. But, yes, thank you. That's the but. There it is. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. That is the potential of this person. You've seen them do this before. You've seen in a previous time in your relationship, no matter how long you've known them, no matter what type of relationship it is, you have seen this person act accordingly, act at a high functioning level of maturity, emotional maturity specifically. King of Cups does not have to be a man, of course. Women can get in this energy too. And they're capable. You know they can do it. But this person right now, it's a trouble spot for you, Pisces, because I think you're having to like reconcile the image you have of this person, how they used to be or how they typically are, with how they've been behaving lately. Lately, they haven't been those things. Emotionally mature, sound, and stable. Emotionally articulate or capable of articulating how they're feeling. For whatever reason, if this person had been expressive before, been very effusive with you, been very caring and loving towards you, they are less so these days. Either completely not in that vibe or just certainly, like I said, less than. Maybe you used to, my tongue suddenly had like a sharp pain in it. That's weird. I don't know what that means. Might just be something for me. Anyway, Like, I mean, it might not be related to your reading, but that was really strange. Anyway, you might have spoken to this person, used to, previously. Spoken to them every day. Could be your mom, your best friend, whoever. Get on the phone. Hey, what's up, King of Cups? Oh, hey, Pisces. I'm so happy to see or hear from you. And you guys catch up on the daily news, or you guys talk about creative ideas together, or you guys talk about your romantic relationship entanglement together, whatever. Now, 2 times a week. Once a week. And that's a very drastic change from what you're used to with this person. The reasoning for the change, it's going to be different because they're not a part of this reading. They're not like the sole focus here, so I don't know. But it's significant. And you sense it. If you don't know this, if they haven't told you, if you haven't been able to, figure it out on your own, you just sense it through your own, intuition. You can just sense that they're going through something right now, or something has triggered this, has set this person, not set them off, because I don't think that they're being volatile or anything, but it has certainly set a certain, it's like a domino effect in this person's life. Like the first domino has tipped over and all the rest are falling down around this person. And there might be a certain panic about this person. There might be a certain panicked energy or frustrated energy, or again, going from a very emotionally capable person who's not as emotionally capable as they used to be. And the trouble is, for you, Pisces, is they might need you, but you can't be there in a certain way. And it could just be down to your perception. But recall what I was saying about the Knight of Cups. The situation or the person might call and need a 10 from you, and a 10 in terms of effort, in terms of support, in terms of availability, in terms of whatever. But based on everything that you got going on in your own life, you can only muster up an 8. So there's a slight fear, anxiety, or worry on your part that whatever this person needs and they can't get it from you, that's going to create more tension between the two of you. And you worry. And that's where I said, I worry about those Pisces who are overcompensating. You know all you can give is a 7, but you come into a situation or a relationship with this person or a connection with this person saying, oh, I got a 10. They say, oh, I need a 10 from you, Pisces. Maybe they're very emotionally needy right now, and you're giving them a 10. But your body is tired. You have other responsibilities and things in your life that are important. But you tell them, okay, I can give you a 10, knowing full well you can't. So you and them are kind of mirroring each other, where you're expecting more than what you're able to give. Or you're expecting more than what a person is able to give to you, or something like that. Now, behind, yes, thank you, behind. Because look at his orientation. The King of Cups, he's facing to the right, right? He's facing away from these other 2 cards on his top line. So so behind the King of Cups, what's going on underneath the surface with this person is this and this. Right across? Yeah, across, thank you. King of Swords in reverse. Now, this could be other people. Thank you, that was quick. They cleared that up because I was like, this 3 cards is a lot to put in one person. But they're like, this could be other people that they're dealing with, okay? So King of Swords in reverse. I'll show you this upright. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, I'm just, because I don't want to go back and forth with my language because that's just going to take forever. So I think what I will do is mostly refer to these 2 as being external people from that person's life, from the King of Cups life. But again, remember, these 2 energies might reside in the King of Cups. So take your pick. To illustrate it further, if this is your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner with the King of Cups, this would be someone in their life. These 2 characters, their friends, their family, their co-workers, whatever. So King of Swords in reverse. Ornery bastard. Male or female, no gender in a general, right? Oh, I just realized they're all kings. So let me go ahead and amend that. This could go either way with gender, but because we have 3 kings in a row, That's like triple masculine energy. So if you're not dealing with all men, you're dealing with a lot of masculine energy, okay? But for some of you, this is going to be like your husband, your boyfriend, and like his brothers, or his dad and his brother, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So that's significant. Now, ornery bastard here in reverse, regardless of how they actually appear in the physical 3D self, male, female, or any other gender, right? Oh, what a piece of work. Mouthy, abusive language, manipulative energies and actions, self-serving, volatile, sometimes, what do you call that? Victimizing, like they victimize themselves. Everybody's against me, like that kind of energy. All of you guys are all, you're only saying that because you want to see me fail. Like this person is blaming, like they blame everybody else for their problems. Yeah. Oh, tiresome with that. That's a tired record, because this is not a new behavior from this person. If it is, again, if this is potentially still your King of Cups, that would be new to you. You might not have experienced that before, Pisces, but for those where this is an external person that the King of Cups deals with directly, a friend or family that they know, but again, that they're kind of faced away with, so a part of their past, a part of their history, that is not new behavior. The King of Cups is used to that. The King of Cups is like, oh, that ain't nothing new. You know? Ooh, King of Swords in reverse. I'm not feeling this. And it's interesting. I feel I'm kind of hanging out in your energy, Pisces, where I know of this person, but I don't know them. I know this energy, but I haven't experienced it. Like, this is one of the cases where this could be your friend. It doesn't have to be a lover, by the way, the King of Cups to you. But this is someone that you have heard of through the King of Cups. You've heard the horror stories of the King of Swords in reverse. You've heard of how they're manipulative and abusive. You've heard of all the ways that they have delusions of grandeur, right? And they're kind of a megalomaniac or an egomaniac or even a narcissist in some cases, right? You have heard about this person. Whether or not you've ever seen them, met them, interacted with them is regardless. Piece of work, though. Definite piece of work. Maybe. Because remember, your starting position in Pisces is the 9 of Pentacles, which is normally a very accomplished and very capable, very confident energy. But I kept feeling like you come and go out of that. You come and go out of that energy. Perhaps because when you think maybe you and the King of Cups, friend, lover, I don't care who, partner in crime, partner in business, it doesn't matter. You feel like you guys are on a good foot. You feel confident in what you're about to accomplish together, right? Or you feel ready to take on the world with that person by your side, yeah? They get into some drama with the King of Swords, maybe. And that taps your resources for some reason. It makes you feel less confident. So how can I illustrate that? Let's say this is a business partner of yours, right? You guys are planning to go and, go to like a pitch meeting or something like that, right? All right, we have a pitch meeting set for the end of September. I'm so excited. This is Pisces talking. And maybe you're talking about this with your King of Cups. Oh my God, we're going to go to San Diego. We're going to meet all these people. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be perfect for the business, blah, 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 blah. You're so excited. The date is circled on the calendar, right? As the date gets closer, the King of Cups comes to you. Some days they're really up and they're excited. Other days they come in and they're kind of like defeated and the wind is out of their sails and they're like, oh man. And you're like, as a concerned Pisces would, aka a Pisces, because all Pisces are concerned. I've never met a selfish Pisces yet. I would love to. If you exist, come talk to me. I want to meet you. But so you ask, oh, what's going on, King of Cups? And they're like, oh man, my dad, he's just on me. He's on my case about this, or he's claiming this, and all kinds of crazy family shit that's going on in the King of Cups life. But very secondary, affects you in your 9 of Pentacles energy. So now because this person is experiencing personal family drama, you're just like, oh my God, the conference and the pitch meeting in San Diego at the end of the month. Is this going to be like, are we going to make it? You're like, the tickets are booked, right? Financially, you've already invested. You got the hotel planned, right? You guys are already set up to go do this thing, but something external to you but still relative enough, might upset all your best laid plans. And so you become insecure in what you can bring to the table. You want to give a 10. But if they can't give a 10, you admire this person again, you kind of look up to them in a way. It kind of gives you this feeling of insecurity in what you guys are working toward together. They can't give a 10, I can't give a 10. They show up in the office with a 5 on a Monday. By the time Wednesday rolls around, Pisces is rolling with a 5. And that kind of speaks to some of your Piscean kind of spongy energy, right? Pisces is very susceptible to their environment. Very susceptible to your environment, whether you know it or not. Whether you're a part of this metaphysical, spiritual shit or not. You just are. It's part of your dynamic as being a Pisces. So if other people are stressed, if other people are worried, if other people have drama, you kind of take it in a little bit. Even if some of you take it in a whole lot. Others of you take it in a little bit, and that's enough to kind of upset the apple cart sometimes. So that's kind of what's going on there. This King of Swords messes up some energy between themselves and the King of Cups, which then messes up your energy with what you can provide towards or alongside the King of Cups. Interesting. King of Wands in reverse. Ay, Dios mío. Very similar to the King of Swords, only this one I feel is more... If this one is like verbally abusive and manipulative, I feel that this one is manipulative in terms of physicality. So this person might be brutish. Might be the same person, by the way. This King of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse, they might be the same person. They might be two different people. I don't know. This one is physically intimidating. So they're kind of a ruffian, right? You know, they're kind of, big and burly. Or if they're a small little woman, they're feisty. Whatever it is. The size of the person really doesn't matter. But they have a physical presence about them that when they show up, they might be rough. I don't know about you. I'm very sensitive to how people walk. And I pay a lot of attention to how people walk. And this person is a stomper. This person is a clopper. This person, boom, boom, boom. You can hear them approaching. You can feel them approaching. I don't like that shit, personally. I try my best not to be that person. But some days you feel like strutting, and I get it. But no, this is like a person who just like physical dominance is kind of part of their game. Or when they show up in a room, they're not a wallflower, okay? Additionally, this person might throw their, like, when it comes to, like, negotiating, if this was, like, a business situation or a family situation or whatever, this person gives ultimatums all the time. My way or the highway. So much with this person. It's a different way with the King of Swords. This person is in your face. Oh, you're going to do it that way or you're not going to do it at all. Like, they give that shit out like candy. Like a maniac. Like, really, they think they're the shit. Okay? Oh, by the way, fire sign energy, and I didn't show it to you in the upright just so you could get a look at it. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You might be dealing with one of those signs, but you don't have to be. But this person, like, they think their shit don't stink, basically. And obviously, all poop stinks. All of it. So, this person just thinks they are the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody can tell them otherwise. Very much, in some cases, maybe they're a bully. Oh, man. And if these are two separate people and your King of Cups has to deal with both of them, holy hell. Holy hell, that's a lot. And, okay, if this is a family situation, and again, I'm just going to use this as an example. It does not have to be limited to this. But let's say these are 3 brothers, and you date, you're with King of Cups. Maybe. I don't know. I don't care about the birth order, but let's say 1, 2, and 3. If brother number 1, your partner, romantic partner, business partner, whatever, is the more sentimental type, a lot more effusive, a lot more emotionally mature, and kind of just all around more pleasant. And then brother 2 and 3 are these brutish, ornery, abusive types. dickheads, basically, if that's what you're going to, let's say, marry into, or you're significantly dating this person and these are the two people in their family that they're maybe closest to or that somehow keep getting involved in your relationship, Pisces, I could totally get why you would be knocked off your confidence square with that Nine of Pentacles. I could get why you would feel insecure, because eventually that has a source, that has a root cause. These two assholes. This is not a blame game because I don't know all the details, but this feels like the King of Cups in some ways might default to or cower to or just deal with the King of Swords and the King of Wands more often or in certain ways that are detrimental to his or her own well-being. This King of Cups might put themselves sometimes in the crosshairs of these two, willingly or unwillingly, wittingly or unwittingly, unwittingly, whatever. And you might just have to sit back and watch. I'm not sure that you necessarily have to do anything, by the way. If anything, I would suggest you make sure you focus on your perspective. What does Pisces need to make Pisces happy on a day-to-day basis? That has sort of been thematic for September for all the signs. Self-preservation, self-love and self-care. I don't really okay, we're going to get it there. There we go. They're like, look here. I'm like, all right, we're going to get it there. So there's a reason that I'm bringing this up before we actually pick up that card. But as far as what you can do in that whole mess, step away, I feel. Not abandon, not say deuces on you, King of Cups, you handle your family situation or you handle your drama by yourself. No, I don't think it's a walk away. I think it's a step back. Don't get in the fray because you're susceptible, Pisces. And if that's a whole bunch of drama and that's a whole bunch of trauma and heartache, you can't save the King of Cups. He or she is capable already. All of these are kings, so they're equals. What do I mean by that? Equals in terms of energy. Equals in terms of what they can do in a situation and what they cannot do in a situation. Being that they're all kings, they're at the top of their game. Meaning, this is not some child that needs your help. This is not some invalid that needs your help. No offense if they actually are, disabled in some type of way and actually does need your help. This person, because they are the master of the cups, they can, because I told you, you have seen them be capable, but now you're seeing them be incapable. It's very strange. You don't understand because you admire this person for their emotional strength, for their just like they are full. I wish I could show you this. They're a full, this is so weird. They're like a full bubble. Like, okay, thank you. You know how a bubble, right? It bursts, right? We think that. You ever seen a bubble that doesn't burst? Like it stays in its bubble phase longer than longer than you would think it's capable. Like I'm envisioning like a magic trick or something like that. And like, it's so weird. You're like, bubbles burst, or even balloons. You're like, oh, bubbles burst and balloons burst. But this bubble, this balloon stays inflated, stays full for longer than I expect. So that becomes what you expect of this person. You expect them to always be emotionally balanced, emotionally secure, emotionally mature, just emotionally available. Now that they've dealt with these two pieces of work, now maybe they're emotionally insecure. Maybe now their bubble is burst. And now you're like, oh, they're not as grand as I thought they were. They're not as capable as I thought they were. You're not judging them, by the way. You're just watching and observing that. And it might put you on pause. It might put you kind of in a state of shock, as you would be right to do. So, all right, Pisces, I apologize about that. You guys know my story. Storage issues. I got to fix this camera. Well, not fix the camera. I just got to clear space up more efficiently. Anyway, so you would be right to kind of be put on pause and kind of put into this state of like hands off. Again, I don't feel you walk away as an abandoned, but I feel you walk away to sort of preserve your own energy and preserve, whatever you have to take care of. You can't let this person's, I don't care if you are married to this person. No offense, by the way. If you're married to this person, These are like your in-laws, or maybe these are like, again, the siblings of your husband or wife, whatever. I don't think you need to walk away completely, but I think you need to walk away and preserve some of your energy. Because if you have a household to run alongside the King of Cups, or a business to run, or whatever, somebody has to sort of pick up that slack, and somebody has to sort of tend to those responsibilities. If it comes down to, you going to the conference in San Diego by yourself, you may not want to do that, but that might be what you have to do because that person has to go take care of that. And you wouldn't abandon them as your business partner going forward. Like, I don't think that whatever this person is going through, you're judging them and saying, you know what, because you're no longer capable in the ways that I thought you were, King of Cups, I have to leave you alone completely. No, I don't think Pisces has that in their mind at all. But you are certainly maybe a little shocked at how drastic a change, or how drastically this person is affected by these two people. And let me tell you, I don't have to tell you, because I think you're already there. I have all the sympathy in the world for this King of Cups, because these two, whether they're one person, two people, 15 people, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with when you have two people coming in this very, God, it's disgusting if I'm honest. Like the way that these two people perform, or the way that they show up, or the things that they say and do. Oh, it's not good. It's just not good. They're not very nice people. Okay? So I have sympathy for anybody that regularly, because in my life, in Jay's life, if you're not a nice person, if you're not good, if I can peep that shit out, if I can suss that shit, I'll cut you off. I don't care who you are to me. That's me personally. So I don't usually deal with these types of people. And if I do, I deal with them quickly. And I annex them from my life. You and or the King of Cups are not in a position to do that. It's not either in your realm of possibility. You would never dream of doing that. Or you're just not able to because of certain obligations and entanglements that you have. So because it's not a clean, that is not on the table, cutting this off. In many cases, not all, in some cases maybe. In some cases maybe it is an option, it just hasn't been explored yet. Whether or not that will be explored, I don't know. But in some cases it's just not possible. And if it's not, right, thank you. We have to get some temperance in here. We have to get some balance in here. Temperance, major arcana for Sagittarius. So some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius somewhere in the story, or maybe not. It's a general, it doesn't matter. But we have to find some kind of serenity. Yes, we got to find some peace in the situation. Hold on, I need a drink here. Could be for you, Pisces, that you might step in. I don't necessarily, quote unquote, advise this, or I'm not necessarily feeling this is viable for many of you, but some of you, a few of you might find it's helpful if you mediate the situation, or you're thinking about mediating the situation. Whether or not you actually should do that, I don't know. I cannot tell. But there's this sense of, let's all get down to an even playing field. Let's meet in a neutral space. Let's find a neutral time that fits for everybody's schedule, and let's hash this thing out. Or let's be clear, because in some cases, this King of Cups, how they're affected, these other two are not aware. In some cases. In that case, that's kind of like an overbearing energy. Like these two characters are so overbearing on the King of Cups, and they're so big and massive in their energy and their demands that they don't realize that they're sapping energy and vitality away from the King of Cups. And if the fix is that simple, and you kind of suspect it could be that simple, I say go for it. Whether that's you having a hand in it, Pisces, or the King of Cups going and doing that by themselves, and you just wait, patiently by the phone. Okay, girl, give me the details. How did the meeting go? Whatever. There's a chance for just a few that this is about mediation. That this is about, let's all come out in the open with what we're experiencing, what we're feeling, what we need from the situation, because certainly there's a chance that there's been miscommunication. But the majority of the cases, if I'm honest, it feels like these two are just dicks, and they don't care. They don't care. Now, if that's the case, what do you do with that? You have to find peace and serenity on your own. You, Pisces, and the King of Cups as well, if they're watching this, yeah? And it could be you. You know, you could be in all of these energies. The 9, the king, and the 9, the knight, and the king. That could all be you. That's a possibility. But for many of you, I feel you're just kind of like on the sideline watching someone else suffer through this. What can I say about this? This temperance might be you and the King of Cups taking a step back from these two, from whatever that is. You both decide, for now, we got to put this on the back burner. For now, we got to put this in the ice box. We got to put that on ice. We cannot deal with it right now. Whatever your relationship is with the King of Cups, because it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And in order to get healthy in whatever aspect, you can't be around the toxicity of people, of substances, of situations, of locations, of behavior. You just can't be involved. So just to illustrate again, if these were literally bad behaviors, the King of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse, if those were bad behaviors and your aim was to get healthy, right? If your aim is to lose weight or to get fit, you can't drink 2 liters of Coca-Cola every day and have McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have that be your honest goal. You would have to change that. You would have to change the behavior or remove the behavior entirely to get to a healthier spot. Yeah? Temperance encourages you to do what is best for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Maybe mind less so, but your body and your spirit, absolutely. So if you're in an unhealthy, toxic relationship, family or otherwise, love, romantic interest or otherwise, business or otherwise, it does not matter. Whatever the toxic element is, step away. Step away. Now, if you're like secondary or tertiary from the situation, that's all for you, Pisces. If you want to, if you have a care, or if you have some unbreakable tie with the King of Cups, they need that too. This is also about good, like time, well, maybe not time management. This is about management, balancing management, right? So again, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your spirit. All that is important. It all has to be given credence. It all has to be given attention and reverence. The Temperance card is not about disproportionate energies. It's not about overcompensation or undercompensation, which is what I told you you might be doing yourself with that Knight of Cups. Overcompensating. You only have a 7 to give, but you keep telling people, I got a 10. Stop lying or stop perpetuating that. Doesn't help you. Doesn't help the situation. And sometimes, you know, Pisces, I'll give you this one last thing before we move on to the outcome. Sometimes, Pisces, I know you guys can inherit people's bullshit. Like I said before, you're a sponge, right? So if this is just a friend, best friend, close friend, even a godforsaken, no, even a freaking acquaintance of yours, just someone you know casually, but every time you come together, they just unload their emotional baggage onto you, and you got your own shit to take care of. You know, specifically in the case of like friendships, I'm feeling this. Do not inherit someone's bullshit for this at the expense of your own health and wellness, is basically what this is. If your best friend unloads their garbage, drama-filled life on you every time you guys go out and hang out, let's go out for drinks, let's have a good time, and then like you spend 4 hours consoling them at the bar instead of hitting the dance floor like you both planned on. No, Sarah, I'm not gonna go out with you Saturday night because all we ever do is all I do is sit there and I listen to you bitch and moan about your life. No offense, I love you, but I gotta take care of me. And this Saturday night, I actually want to go out and dance. So in some of your cases, you need to draw a finite line between your energy and your life and someone else's, and not allow their stuff to bleed into yours, okay? Outcome, kind of what I was just saying, Ace of Swords. letting people know what the business is. Yeah? Ace of Swords, sword of truth, sword of clarity, sword of insight, okay? Honesty, which I was talking about in the beginning with the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. I feel you're in a very clear phase of your life, Pisces, where you're not pulling punches and you're not wanting, at least you're not wanting to. You might be, but you don't want to pull punches and you don't want to, fill people with false expectations. You really want to be honest and upright with everybody. And if that's not your desire, this is what sort of the situation needs, or what I feel the situation will end up being anyway, in the long run, okay? Let's get honest with ourselves here. Let's be truthful and upright with everybody. So if this, again, is like the King of Cups is dealing with their, bastardly relatives, this might be for the King of Cups. They might need to go and give some hard truths to the King of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse. Listen, again, this could be like 3 brothers, 3 sisters, whatever. I'm getting, in many cases, it's like a sibling thing. So this could be one sibling saying to the other 2, you know what, guys, you treat me this way, you behave this way to me, you don't respect me in this regard, I have things on my plate that need to be taken care of, but you come and you approach me with ornery, abusive behavior, you throw your weight around because you think you're so intimidating because you're like 6'8" and I'm only 5'2", whatever. This person or you or whoever just needs to get all that information out there. And caveat with that is, if they are like that, they're not going to be receptive to it, but at least that changes the energy. To speak it out, because remember I said that the King of Cups could, at some point previous, been very open with their emotions, very easy to read, right? Maybe I said that about the Knight of Cups, heart on sleeve, maybe, but there was just like a lot of openness, and now there's like a lot of closed in energy. This Ace of Swords is going to break open those doors that have been closed, right? Open up that dam that has filled up with all these pent-up emotions, right? Do not necessarily expect that either of these characters is going to appreciate it. Number one, they won't. They won't. And how they react might be a doubling down or a tripling down on what they've already done before. So in that case, again, where I feel some of you, either you or the King of Cups might be like, I don't know about cutting ties, or I don't know about, things getting to a point of, a point of no return. In some cases, it's got to be that way. Unless you want to continue to deal with this type of drama and interfering and interloping energy that is just like not conducive to what you and the King of Cups want to do in a partnership, business, love, I don't care. These people can't be a part of that. Or if they are a part of that, they're going to have to change their tune. If they don't want to change their tune, fuck them. That's how I would take it. That might sound really harsh to you, but guess what? Ace of Swords is sometimes a harsh energy. Overall, the Justice card. Major arcana for Libra, so some of you might be dealing with a Libra, but more so quick to the point. Some of you will be not necessarily law, but in some cases maybe it is the law. Court systems, court cases, lawyers, things like that. Maybe. But this is the law of the universe, I feel. The law of checks and balances, basically, in terms of spirituality or, existence, karma even, in some cases. That's at play here. I'm not saying who's going to get justice in their favor or not, because I don't know. But that's overseeing this whole reading for you, Pisces, is what's fair and what's just for everybody involved. If someone or 2 or more people are being abusive and egomaniacs and megalomaniacs and narcissistic towards other people, that is karmically unjust, and it will be set right. Karmically, if someone is allowing themselves to be a scapegoat, not sticking up for themselves, or allowing at certain points of their lives, energies or other people to derail their progress, come in and usurp their own personal power, justice is involved in that. There's something to be woken up to here in that grand scheme of things. Does that make sense? Like in the grand scheme of justice, you and other people involved have to wake up to something. Your justice, I feel, Pisces, is to maintain almost sort of like how justice is blind, right? An impartial view, an objective view of the whole, of the entire situation is what I feel. So again, don't walk away, don't abandon. You won't anyway, I know you won't. But certainly stand far enough away. Stand back far enough so that you can just see for yourself what will unfold. And it comes from a place where you, again, would be impartial. You're not here to judge. You're not here to cast blame. You're just here to observe it. And you will then see what happens with them. Like, I don't really feel for you much is quote unquote on the line here, Pisces. Again, I feel you're very secondary to the story, very tertiary in some cases, peripheral. If it hits you down the middle, I'd be surprised. But I don't think it's going to hit you down the middle. Pisces, that's your reading for September. If you liked it, like button is down below. Go ahead and hit it for me. You can leave a comment. You can share the video across your social media platforms. And of course, guys, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Making sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when things are uploaded here on the channel. Pisces, I will be back in about a week and a half doing the mid September readings for you. After that, of course, I'll do the October monthlies and so on and so forth. You'll also see me go live here on the channel next week for Virgo. Due to it being their birthday season, I'll do live readings for them. If you want to swing by, hang out, eavesdrop, just chew on some popcorn and watch whatever unfold, you may do so. If you want to skip it because it has nothing to do with you and you got other things better to do with your time, you may do that as well. But I just want to let everybody know that when they see me go live, it is specifically for the Virgos, okay? All right, Pisces, I will be back quite soon with future readings for you. Until then, guys, I thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.